Nexus.
That's a nice slide into the title screen. Hey, everyone! Oh, God, Alchemist, where's the rest of Silent Line? You said we'd be doing Silent Line next when you got back to Armored Core. Ah! Take it down. Take it down a notch. I'm going to go on options. Movie option. Oh, there's a movie option. I'm sorry. Jesus Christ. Let's go into the Versus screen, alright? Let's go. We're just going to go in there. This might take a while to load on some of these loading screens. Okay, that's alright. I'm not saying that I'm dancing. I'm not saying that I'm not. This game is my favorite soundtrack in the Armored Core series. Okay, I am dancing. Okay, I'm gonna mute that in my headphones while I talk. Anyways, so yes, I did say we'd be back to Silent Line, but anybody who has played Armored Core Nexus can tell you that this game is an uphill battle. There's so much to find in this game, so much to unlock, and there is so much... Oh my god, that's... Okay. So... Armored Core Nexus is not like other Armored Cores. Silent Line is basically the end of the pick-up and play Armored Core. That's it. After that, they all had some... like... It's the last Armored Core where you can actually save your game. I'm not kidding you. I'm not kidding you. That didn't start with like 4 or 5 with their stupid autosaves. It started with Nexus. And Nexus's save system is... I don't understand what the thinking was behind it. But it makes the game real inconvenient to play at times. But what I mean by uphill battle, ask anyone who's played Armored Core Nexus what it was like their first time trying to get everything from this game, and you'll get horror stories from them. Because a lot of this stuff is performance-based, and a lot of this stuff is branch-based. Armored Core Nexus is the first of several Armored Core games that has a branching plot. No, that doesn't mean that there's different endings to Nexus. This isn't like it isn't to the degree of like Last Raven or From Answer. Or For Answer, I should say. From Answer, hell. It's not to that degree. Basically, the plot is fixed, but you are free to ignore it until the end of the game, when you're sent to resolve it, essentially. You can completely ignore the plot of this game. It's a laughable plot, but it does exist. And you're going to ignore it. And I'll explain the reasons why once we get into it. But the missions you take determine what missions pop up. And so you're gonna miss out on parts because you just didn't take that mission, or because you didn't know you got that, like, that part was an award in that mission. So, right off the bat, we're starting from a place of having less information to work with about what's going on and how to get things and what things are available than we have in previous Armored Cores. The other problem with this storyline is this is not a game where you can just go back and play any mission once you've beaten the final mission. This isn't like previous Armored Cores, where once you beat the final mission, you just have access to everything, whether you played it or not. Oh no. When you complete Armored Core Nexus, the story resets back to the first mission. There is no post-game to Armored Core Nexus. There is no opportunity for post-game cleanup. It's always rolling. It never stops. So, that will be bad enough. I think there's like 100+ missions on this disc. Armored Core Nexus ships on 2 discs. There's this disc with like 100 friggin' missions on it, and then there's a second disc with like 30 more! And all of those missions have parts of their own. All of those missions have unlocks of their own. Different music, posters, promotional art, concept art, movies from across like all the... like intro movies from all the games in this series. And there's 30 missions to go through of that on a second disc! So... that is why we're not doing Silent Line right now, because Silent Line was the end of it was the end of simplicity in Armored Core. It was the end of a pick up and play Armored Core game. And I'm going to need Silent Line to decompress it. Like, occasionally, Monday is going to roll by, and it's not going to be Nexus, it's going to be Silent Line, because I just need to blow shit up. Like, occasionally it's going to be Silent Line, occasionally it could be Armored Core 3, because I just need a game, I just need an arm to go back to, like, Silent Line and blow some shit up. Because I guarantee you, I will be frustrated with Nexus. You're going to hear, you're not hearing, the salt is not flowing yet, but it will. There will be salt. Yes. Yes, there will. Okay, I think we should get started. That's going to be this video. That's going to be this entire video, is basically getting started in Armored Core Nexus. Because Armored Core Nexus is a game where I have to devote an entire video to getting started. Because of reasons I'm going to explain once we get into it. People are texting me. Sweet fucking Christmas, indeed. Alright. People know what I'm about to do. They're not happy. I'm not happy! I am happy. I like Armored Core. I like Armored Core Nexus. Armored Core Nexus is gonna piss me the fuck off, but I do like it. So let's go ahead and turn that music back on. New game. Okay, so Armored Core Nexus, first game in the series to basically have like analog stick control, essentially. I'm going to be sticking with the directional buttons, just because that's how I was hardwired with these games. It's not necessarily a better or worse control scheme. For a lot of people, it's worse. But for me, Master of Arena, Armored Core 2, Another Age, Armored Core 3, Silent Line, and then this. This is how I'm wired. I'm just wired to use the directional buttons, so that's what I'm going to use. BGM volume. This game has a bitchin' soundtrack, but it's kind of loud in my headphones, so I am going to, like, turn it down. No, not to 60, 70, a little bit. Sound effects volume. I don't want to drown out myself. Text message. Text message displays on and off. Yes. Vibration on. Key type A. You can remap the controls to an extent. I have never come up with a configuration that makes the analog control feel good to me. A lot of people said it feels more like Halo. I know. This game got compared on Armored Core boards a lot to Halo, actually, I remember. No, guys. No. I'm sorry. So please register a pilot name. No. So this is some 60 years on from Silent Line. The surface has essentially been redeveloped. The second layered isn't even mentioned in this game. It's been so long. There are like a bunch of new companies that you never heard of. I always assumed those were companies from the other layered. We'll see. Well, we won't, because it won't explain the damn thing, but... yes. This game starts strong. From the ashes of destruction emerges a society that something something. Disputes among those vying for power. I could barely read that against that white. All this needed is a catalyst for death and destruction and mayhem. Questionable choices with these captions. And like the coloring. It's probably the only caption I can actually read out of that. And the only reason is because it's sensibly put against black instead of a gray caption against madness. So yeah, if those are hard for you to read, they're hard for me to read too, so... because... but that game, the game starts pretty strong. With that cutscene. It reminds me a lot of the intro to Front Mission 3, I think, that opened with that big raid on that military base. To New Raven. Sender Arc HQ. Here's your email. This is like a really cool screen. Here's your... It's kind of like an OS screen. I think .hack had come out by this point. And I think that's what they were going for with this. Like, .hack was really hot at the time this was coming out. So, like, you had .hack Sign airing internationally, and you had, like, the games where, like, you would, like, boot it to the something OS. I forget what it was. Ultima or something? Ultimate OS or whatever? And, like, half the game was, like, the world MMO, and half the game was navigating your computer's, like, program manager, essentially. That's what this reminds me of. It reminds me of, like, the desktop sections of .hack. I'm gonna lower that volume, because it is loud in my headphones. Yeah. To New Raven. Welcome to the Ark. Your employment as a full-fledged Raven begins today. How you conduct yourself on the field of battle will decide your fate. The recent discovery of a new resource in the region has created an upsurge in corporate requests. These assignments are relayed to Ravens solely by Raven's Ark headquarters. Global Cortex is a thing of the past. Also, the game basically, the plot is motivated by unobtainium. So, that should kind of tell you the quality of the plot we're dealing with here. There isn't much of one in Nexus. Your compensation for completed requests is also handled through the Ark. Under no circumstances are you to accept work directly from a corporation. This is strictly prohibited. So this is a firm departure from how Global Cortex worked. Where, like, you had a manager in Global Cortex, but you were basically dealing directly with the corporation. Like, through them. They were just a middleman for you. As opposed to Raven's Ark, who is handling your contracts directly now. So the Ravens, and if you look in the upper right corner, you'll see a big cutout of land that just says Raven's Ark. So Raven's Ark is it's outer heaven at this point, essentially. It's practically its own country at this point. We recommend you check the report and contact briefings from time to time, so as to keep abreast of new developments relating to corporate disputes. That's all for now. Again, welcome aboard. Most of the story will be told in these. Most of the story you will have nothing to do with. To new Raven. Operator. Welcome to the team, Raven. I've been assigned by headquarters as your exclusive Ark contact. Your operator doesn't even have a name. They're just the operator. It's a bit like Another Age. Nexus really wants to be Another Age. It wants to be Another Age real bad. Let me give you a brief rundown in case you're not exactly sure what this means. I'm in charge of handling all your in-mission communication support as well as any administrative needs. Keep in mind the clients you will be working for only give out information on a need-to-know basis. Nothing more, nothing less. Your first mission request is waiting for you. It's an easy assignment that shouldn't give you much trouble. Now is the time to make your mark. Yeah. Power struggles. I put together a brief report to help you get up to speed on the corporations operating in the region. It's not much, but it should suffice for now. Mirage, the world's largest corporation and a leading AC parts manufacturer. Their attempts to steal the new resource from Navis are sure to bring the two organizations into conflict. No one knows what the hell this new resource is. It's never explained. Navis, a newly founded corporation that controls the region. Navis discovered the new resource and has a monopolistic hold on it. Their discovery also proved the existence of a lost civilization. You mean the civilization that was before Laird? Before the surface got bombed all to hell? That civilization that we already knew existed? It wasn't lost. We knew it was there. It got bombed to hell. Crest, the world's second largest AC parts manufacturer. They tread lightly when dealing openly with Mirage, but continue to expand their military strength behind the scenes. Kisaragi, a technological innovator. The company possesses a strong interest in acquiring new resources and lost technologies to further their research efforts. So yeah, the new resource is not a lost technology because it is mentioned separately from lost technology. It is unobtainium. Mirage insistent OAA meeting stalls. Recently, representatives from the major corporations attended a meeting hosted by the Organization for Administration of Enterprise to discuss Navi's new research discovery. During this meeting, Mirage urged Navis to discontinue its monopolistic hold on the new resource and begin sharing the find with others. Navis flatly refused, stating that since they are in control of the region, it is not an issue which involves the other corporations. Mirage responded by promising an aggressive investigation. The conflict between long-established Mirage and newcomer Navis has reached a point where open aggression between the two is inevitable. So yeah, so they're basically nation-states run by corporations with extraterritoriality, basically, yes. So, I gotta level with you. This AC sucks. I mean, more than in previous games. This AC sucks. The starting AC you get is a piece of shit in this game. So, tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go to, oh, tune. Oh, that's cool. I can tune parts. That's what the square button does. The square button used to sell things before, so let me tell you what. I'm gonna go to the shop, sell my head, sell my radar. Oh, there it is. Oh. That's right. You can't sell the parts you start with. Any of them. All this shit, all the terrible parts you see before you, you're stuck with them for the entire game, and you can't sell them at all. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. I'll tell you what, before I start an actual mission, I'm gonna go to the arena and get some cash flow. There's no arena. Well, what if I go over here? What is this? There's no arena. What about ranking? Oh! The arena's probably in ranking. Yeah, see, there I am. I'm right there. I'm right there. See, it's me. Alright, I'm gonna go up here. I'm hitting X. Is it square? Triangle? Circle cancels? What about... That's right. There's no arena either. You can't sell your starting parts. There's no arena. For the first time since Another Age, there's no arena. And for the first time in the series, you can't sell any of this shit. So guess what? You're entirely dependent on missions for your cash flow. And that's why I said this entire video is going to be about getting started in Nexus. Because getting started in Nexus takes a while. Well, alright, I'm gonna go to paint. Ooh, weapon color. I can color all my weapons. Yeah, I can color all my weapons. Alright, I'm just gonna leave them black because why not? Emblem, AC color. Ooh, I can do a pattern. Alright, that's the same. I can go like camo. Alright, but I'm gonna go to sample color. Gonna go down to caution orange. Update AC color. Go to edit color, general. There we go. Yeah. Okay, so go to... Okay, I can't access system from here. I guess that's down here. Yep, that's down here. What is this? Save info? Oh, I'm sure that's nothing. I'm sure that's not annoying at all. So I'm just gonna go to Armored Core Silent Line. And load the emblem data. It's going to take forever to check the memory card. That's fine. Here's all my in progress of that emblem. And here's my emblem that I've made to carry all the way into Last Raven. Yeah! Alright, so I've set my emblem. I guess I'm going to save my game so I don't have to go through all this stuff again with the introduction and reading all the mail and shit. Let's go ahead and save that. Wait a minute. Caution, when saving game data via this option, only partial information is retained. Always choose the quit game option when ending a game session to ensure data is saved in its entirety. That's right. If you want to save your game, let me walk you through this. If you want to save your game, if you want to... Anytime you want to save your game, you gotta go to System, go to Quit Game. Please save when prompted. And whenever you go to Quit Game, you have to, like, go through the typical save thing that you would do. That was my test save. When I was trying to figure out how the hell do I get started again. And then you save your game as normal. And then the game ends. Then, you just have to skip past the intro, which took about 2 or 3 presses of the start button. Go to Load Game. Wait for it to load. Select your memory card. Wait again for it to read your memory card. Select the save you just fucking made. Except that was the wrong save. God damn it. So now I gotta exit back out. Go back to Quit Game. Quit game without saving. Go back to Load Game. Load the right save file. Like an intelligent person. Like a person who knows how to memory card. So I'm going to load the right save file now. And this is all just to save my fucking game if I want to keep playing. Just so I don't have to repeat progress. Because that's what happens if you save your info and then, say, the power goes out, or you turn off your console because you got shit to do. It won't save your mission progress. It'll loop back to wherever you last did a full save. That is stupid! What were you doing with this game that somehow, like, what next level shit did you think you were doing with this game that required you to break the very concept of saving your game? This isn't just this game. This is all the games to Last Raven now. That's just to save your game, you have to go through that. You thought the autosaves could get annoying? You thought autosaves could get annoying in Armored Core 5. Yeah. Not as annoying as this. So yeah, there's no arena. I can't sell my starting parts. I can't even save properly. This was Armored Core Nexus's first impression. And just to show you what a piece of shit this AC is. And Armored Core Nexus looks pretty. Oh yeah, well, not today, but like coming off of Silent Line, Armored Core Nexus looked kind of cool. Kinda. Armored Core was never the prettiest game on the PS2.
Engaging test mode.
Okay, I just got like flown. I just got straight up knocked backwards by those missiles. So I want you to watch. I want you to watch the temperature gauge. First of all, look how fast this thing's energy depletes, and look at that temperature gauge. All I've been doing is boosting. This AC will kill itself. This AC will incinerate itself if I continually boost, and it will deplete its energy reserves. Is there a limiter release? Hang on. There is no limiter release in this game. Okay. Look at that temperature! He hasn't even hit me in a few... Like, he hasn't even hit me. Like, imagine if he nailed me with a bunch of missiles. In fact, I want him to do it right now. Missile me! Missiles! Shit. Asshole.
Target destruction verified. Test mode disengaged.
That's Nexus. Welcome to Heat. Your boosters cause you to overheat. ACs need boosters not to die. An AC that ain't boosting is an AC that's about to die quickly. And in this game, depending on your setup, an AC that is boosting is an AC that's about to die quickly. So, I guarantee your first AC in this game is gonna look ugly as shit. Because you're gonna be scrambling for the parts to cool your AC the most. And you can't tune these parts to do it, nor can you get rid of them for better parts. That's why I said this video is getting started in Armored Core Nexus. Because getting started takes forever. And we haven't even gotten started getting started yet! I don't know how many missions this game has in totality, but it's a lot! Whew, it's a lot. So, let's light this candle. Oh, that's right, no more briefings either. Those world-building briefings where they had, like, voice actors narrate what was going on and give you a kind of a detailed idea of what you were up against? No, we can't have that. I enjoy this game. But I was very underwhelmed by it the first time I played it. Also, there is no more accept and then start at your leisure. Once you accept a mission, you just go. No arenas, no briefings, no selling your parts, no saving.
Commencing operation.
Main system. Engaging combat mode.
Also,
Destroy
that...
the search team.
We're under attack. Search team here. We've encountered resistance.
So there's a hidden part here. We ain't getting it, though, because this AC doesn't have the booster required to get to it. Like, I just do not have the energy supply to get to it. I could, maybe, if I could sell parts, but not with what I got right now, so we're going to have to wait for me to beat the game at least once in order to be able to get that part. Which is annoying. Yeah, it's a little annoying.
Sources detected. Area secured.
Also, you have blade beams by default.
Mission objective achieved. System switched to normal mode.
This is the game where they eliminated Op Intensify and Plus. Oh, they didn't strip it from the game. Mind you. All the other ACs are plussed out the ass. Nowhere is this more apparent and more annoying than in Last Raven. It's just that you don't get to have it anymore, pretty much. Honestly, if it was possible to obtain Human Plus in this game, I would do it. I would use it. I would straight up use it because... Yeah, because... Search team attacked! Navi's to blame. The search team, fielded by Mirage to uncover more information about the new resource, hasn't been heard from since it came under attack. Mirage execs convened a... No. Mirage execs convened an emergency meeting to discuss suspicions of Navi's involvement. No comment has been issued by Navi's as of this report. At any rate, the incident has increased tensions between the two organizations. There is no doubt this will devolve into an even larger confrontation. With nothing to show for their first attempt, Mirage has just announced the company's future plans to learn more about the new resource. According to the project outline, this will entail building a forward staging base on the Abax Plain, well within Navi's controlled territory. Strong resistance to the project is expected. In addition, Mirage has rebuffed accusations that the project is an arbitrary action meant only for their own benefit. They claim it is vital to the future of all the corporations, and have requested that OAE support their efforts. So, right off the bat, I'm getting missions that pay 63,000, like 60k credits. This is to compensate for the fact that you have no other means of cash flow. There will be an arena after you beat the game. It's nowhere near as good as the arenas before. But now we have some cash, so let's see what we can buy. What we desperately need, this is not getting pulled out ever. Okay, we don't have enough. By the way, this is the core I'm going to be using. Like, this one or this one? Cooling. No, it's this one. This is the core I'll be using. Option slots. Basically, you slap this core on either of these two cores and tune the weight down. You don't have to worry about cooling for a while. So, these are the ones I'm going to be using. Maybe this one. Although this one has a, this one... No, that's an overboost. Yeah. I ain't interested in using overboost in this game. Overboost will kill your AC. Like, overboost is a fast way for your AC to die, essentially. Okay. What we need is a generator capacity right now. So, as before, output is the speed at which your power regenerates, and condenser cap is the size of your capacitor. So, calorific value. Calorific value is very important now. Calorific value is the amount of heat outputted by the amount of base heat. Your generator will be constantly outputting heat now. And calorific value is the amount of heat that it will just, constantly be putting out as your AC is in operation. That is now something you have to keep an eye on. So, I'm gonna try this mission. Oh, you've also got this. This is, instead of just giving you, like, figures, it'll give you this weird pie graph. This weird, well, it's not a pie chart, but you get what I mean. Like, this weird graph. Instead of giving you, like, hard numbers, it'll just give you this. And this graph, I'm going to tell you right now, is 50, no, it's not even that. It's hot bullshit, this graph. The best this graph will do is ballpark how strong your AC is in a certain category. Don't rely on it, because it's gonna bullshit you. Alright, let's I want that core, so let's try to protect the Mirage base. Protect the base, shoot down all helos. So, this is a map full of destructible objects, and if the destructible objects are destructed, then you fail, essentially. Which makes it tough in a starter AC, because you're playing catch-up to everything. This is one of my favorite tracks on the soundtrack. It's called Scope Eye. It's rad.
System.
You guys got this, right?
Combat mode.
The helicopters are your targets. Take them out.
Raven, this base is expected to be operational in the near future.
So,
Keep them at bay.
oh yeah, missile tracking in this game is absolute ass, by the way. They weren't joking when they were talking about that in the Armored Core. I think it was the 3 videos?
The base is sustaining heavy damage. Get to work.
Yeah, I'm working on it, honey.
No energy sources detected. Area secured. Mission objective achieved. System switched to normal mode.
So you got a bunch of dirt simple grunt missions because you got no other cash flow besides them. And the dirt simple grunt missions in this game like start picking up to like 80k real quick. In fact, I think we might see our first 80k mission coming up. Training facility construction complete. A multi-purpose training facility operated by Raven's Arc is now available for use as a weapons testing and development ground. Built by Mirage using state-of-the-art technology, the installation is completely soundproof and it was constructed to withstand both fires and earthquakes. Oh my god, I'm going to be reading so many of these out loud, I just realized. Ravens are available to participate in tests at a cost, and all research carried out at the location is held in the strictest confidence. The facility, having already received favorable praise from Kisaragi, is reserved for the next 6 months. It promises to become an important source of revenue for the Ark. About OAE. We received a request from OAE. OAE is an administrative organization whose purpose is to oversee corporate ongoings and maintain order among members of the business community. However, they are much too timid in their dealings with the corporations, which makes their ability to exercise influence negligible. Proof of this was made evident when the organization gave in to Mirage's recent demands for support of their investigation efforts. Because of the setbacks encountered in completing Mirage's new base, a decision has been reached within OAE wherein OAE will provide Mirage with supplies. The decision is viewed as the result of Mirage pressuring the organization, and there is already some criticism of it from within OAE's ranks. The supplies at the center of the whole debate will be stored at a nearby OAE facility before they are finally shipped off to Mirage's base. Oh, look, destroy support supplies. Yep, 80K. We're 2 missions in. We got a mission worth 80K. So, we now have some serious pocket change to play with. So, the reason you see a lot of 80K missions in this game is because yeah, the MG800 has been nerfed significantly. Is because the game loops back on itself. So, the devs kind of know that you're going to be replaying the game to see the actual plot of the game. So they're giving you a lot of the higher paying missions that you can take are actually not related to the plot whatsoever. And it's designed that way so that you spend basically your first run of the game just getting credits to build a damn AC. And then you play the game a second time to understand what the hell is going on. This is a big weakness of this game's design. It's expecting a lot out of the player. So, we got lots of guns we can get for the left arm. I personally like to bring a shotgun in this game. And I like to bring a shotgun because, unlike Silent Line, left arm weapons in this game have their own lockbox. And the lockbox that you end up with is averaged between your right and left arm weapons. So, if you take a weapon with a narrow and deep lockbox, and then bring a weapon with a wide and shallow lockbox in your other arm, that averaged lockbox will give you a sniper rifle that is a lot easier to hit with. So you can actually fudge that lockbox pretty spectacularly in Nexus. Not so later on. But in Nexus, it works. So, I'm going to save the game. And you know what that means. Because it's just... I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But I'm not going to stop talking about this.